Finally, a dang bass. If you don't come off now. Second there, I thought I was going to get shut out on opening day. About a 13, 14 incher. Not bad. On the super fluke. There he goes. Hey guys, welcome to Gray Outdoors. As you can see, the sun is out today, which I thought was going to be a good thing for filming because it was going to get me nice and lit up, but it actually makes me look kind of creepy because I can only see the screen on the camera with my ball cap on, shielding the sun from my eyes, which makes me look kind of creepy. But anyway, today's video is just a compilation of random kayak bass catches. As you guys know, I like to get out and explore a lot, but this summer when I was working, I didn't have a lot of time. You know, 2 hours is really not enough time to learn a lake and figure out where the bass are and what the bass are biting on. So there's a lot of days I went out to new lakes and really only caught, you know, 1 or 2 fish. So I decided to just combine a bunch of those videos together and make one long video of me catching bass at different places across the southern tier and across the southern Finger Lakes. I know a lot of you guys like seeing me catch fish at different places, so that's what this video is going to be. I hope you enjoy it. Alrighty, well, hopefully gonna make my first kayak video today. I've had the camera with me a couple of times now with the kayak, but never did very good. So those videos are going in the archive file. But this is my first time ever fishing Cuba Lake from a boat. It's never been very good, but I've also only ever fished it from shore. So we'll see if having the kayak here makes a difference. There's like big bass and pike, walleye, everything in here. So we're gonna be throwing everything we got and see what we can catch. Finally got a fish. Not really fighting like a bass, might be a small pike. No, it's a bass. Right. Sheesh, it took forever. Way too long. This is a tough lake to fish. Not lose my paddle. Again, I'm not good at this whole kayak fishing thing yet. Still new to it. There's the fish. Decent sized bass. Well, oh no. He's a fighter though. Boy, he's fighting like a freaking smallmouth for a largemouth. Whoa. Alright. That looks great. See, eesh. And it's awkward grabbing them from a kayak. I prefer to grab them with my right hand. I'm gonna lose them yet. Got him. Scared to grab him by the hand. Where do I set my rod down? I'm not good at kayak fishing yet. Alright, well, we got the fish. He's about a 16, 17 incher. Oh, he's got some teeth on him. Alright. There you go, buddy. Finally got a fish on the board. Today we are heading out on Waneta Lake. And even though I live right down the road, this is actually my first time here. Because I didn't have a boat last year. And there's no public access besides, you know, this little boat launch on this canal right here that connects to the lake. Even though I've had the kayak for a couple weeks now, it's been extremely windy and Waneta's a big lake, so I've been afraid to take it out. But today's finally a calm day, so out here in the evening and we're gonna see what we can catch. Got one finally. Took forever. Gonna jump too. Let's jump. That's not too little. Not too big, but not too little. Gonna leave this kayak fishing thing. Yeah, been getting just tons of hits in this area, so I'm able to hook them. There you go, buddy. First Waneta Lake fish. Waneta Lake is on the board for me, finally. It's been a pretty tough day. Originally the plan was to dock fish, but because of the drought, the lake level is down so much. There's only not even a foot of water under all these docks, so switched up to the Cinco. This thing bit. Brought it directly underneath the kayak is where I hooked them, and I casted way out too. Fish have been doing that to me lately. They always bring it towards me, making it difficult to hook them. It's like the third fish that's done that today, and like the 100th fish this week, just a little guy. I was told this bank here is good fishing, but I mean, normally all this timber that you see here is underwater, in which case this would be great fishing. I think the water level is usually up to about there. But with the water level this low, I mean, dock fishing is out. This bank, I'd say, is out. Just gotta find weed lines. It's gonna be the only option today. Man, I wish I got that on film. What is that? That bird's attacking that one. That one there's a, I keep forgetting what them things are called. That one there's an American bittern. Oh, I wish I got that on film. Just an American bittern getting attacked by some other bird. There's our heron friend again. Hey, buddy. That thing is so used to people. Just doesn't even care. Still used to boats going in and out of here. What does he care? Alrighty, folks. Today we're at Keuka Lake. We're launching out of Penyan here. And we've only got about 2-ish hours to fish. And see what we can catch. This lake's really mostly known for like lake trout and stuff, but a kayak isn't really conducive to fishing that, so we're gonna stick to the weedy area around the outlet here and fish for bass and pike. Our first fish feels like a little pickerel or something. I don't know. It's not very big, whatever it is. It's coming right in. It's got a little bit bigger. That's a bass. Not a huge one, but I'll take it. Not let the reel go in the water this time. This lake is definitely, it's crazy. Right down the road from Waneta Lake, and it's just crazy how different this lake is. The water is so clear. Kind of reminds me of the Thousand Islands. Well, little largemouth. Keuka Lake is on the board anyway. Nothing was happening in the canal, even though I thought the canal looked better. So this last video clip comes from Cayuta Lake. Most people call it Little Lake, I think, so they don't get it confused with the other lakes with similar names in the area. For example, in this video, the first lake I was fishing was Cuba Lake. The third lake I was fishing was Keuka Lake. There's also a Cayuga Lake, which is different from Cuba, Cayuta, and Keuka Lake. Gotta love upstate New York, huh, and these names. Anyway, I filmed a video at Cayuta Lake, or Little Lake, once earlier this year, and was pretty impressed with the fishery. I only caught a couple fish, but missed a bunch of big fish. I said I was going to be back there. I went back to that lake twice, and it was pretty darn slow. I only caught, the one time I was shut out, and then the other time I caught, you know, this fish here. Finally a fish. Gotta be a pickerel. Getting in weeds now. Tough day on Cayuta Lake. Man, has it been a tough day on Cayuta Lake. Alright, what are ya? No, it's a bass? Bassy bass. Not a terrible sized one either, actually. Bigger than I thought. Not a terrible sized one. I refuse to be shut out. Man, it took me a long time to figure out where the fish were. They weren't at the weed bed they were last time. They're up here in the super shallows. So what I did not realize was that first time when I went to Cayuta Lake, or Little Lake, and the fish were biting very, very well, there was actually a bass tournament that week on the lake. And there's really only one boat launch there, you know, one place for them to weigh in and whatnot. So I'm guessing the reason why the fishing was so good was whenever there's a bass tournament, basically what happens is you have all these like professional fishermen go out and try and catch the biggest fish in the lake, and then they all weigh in these fish, and then they let these fish go, you know, right where the weigh-in is. So they stock that section of the lake. You know, those weed beds are stocked with the biggest bass in the lake, are all going to be concentrated in that one area. So that's my amateur fishing tip for you guys today. Pay attention to when tournaments are. I mean, I know bass tournaments are expensive and unfeasible for most of us to enter, but just knowing where and when the bass tournaments are, you go there, you know, within a week after the tournament, and you can catch monsters, you know, in the area where the weigh-in is. Focusing on those weed beds, that shoreline near where weigh-in is, because it's going to be stocked with the biggest bass in that lake. And that's my tip for you guys. Pay attention to when tournaments are, and fish weigh-in areas afterwards, because they're going to be stocked with big bass. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next fishing adventure. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. Looking forward to getting my kayak out a lot more this year, this spring. Hoping to get on a lot more rivers this year. One thing I didn't do a lot of was river fishing in 2016 with my kayak, with the drought and everything. But yeah, this year hopefully that will change and we can pull out some river pike and walleye and whatnot on that thing. Anyway, catch you guys later.